With the resurgence of NCAA 14 in recent years, there's no surprise a lot of people are either going to buy it for the second time in their life, or they're just trying to get their hands on a copy for the first time. This game is by far my favorite, and I have put countless hours playing this game every single day since I got my hands on it. Making series after series after series after series. Those people who may be newer to the game have obviously asked the question, how do I do this? What are your playbooks? You're trash. So today, fellas, I've got a hell of a video for you. Today, I'm gonna be showing you my complete offense and defense. Now, I will say as a disclaimer, I do not claim to be fantastic at this game. I'm not a professional player. I purely play this game to entertain on my channel. But that should say a lot because even I can dominate schools like Alabama on the regular. And you know what? Because you guys have showed so much support lately on the channel, I'm even going to give you an insight onto the team that I'm going to be using for my next project after Charleston Tech. University of Wisconsin Green Bay. These guys come in at 59 overall, 61 offense and 60 defense, so they're trash. This video is going to be very simple. I'm going to go through my basic plays, exactly what I do, how I set up my offense and defense. Then we'll jump into a game against Alabama, and I'll show you just how effective it could be, win or lose. So first things first, I run multiple on offense and multiple D on defense. I know, complicated, right? I've never strayed away from these playbooks, and you don't need to. They literally have everything, hence the name multiple. I also use a PlayStation 4 controller. Yes, you can use a PS4 controller to play this game. All you need to do is plug it in with the wire to your PlayStation 3 and it'll work beautifully. One thing I will say though is offense is a lot easier. You can get really wiggly with it. But in saying that, defense is a lot harder. You know what I mean? First and foremost, the read option. This play is incredibly easy as you can imagine. The quarterback and the running back. You're basically just making a read on this bloke right here. Depending on if your quarterback's a scrambler, you'll be able to go for 200 yards a game if you run it right. Very simple, read option. It's money, mate. You're gonna get a first down within the 3 plays. Yeah, every single time. Well, it's like that. Heisman defense versus Alabama. It's as easy as that every single time, mate. Apart from this guy who keeps getting off the block. Come on, Green Bay. I need you to be better than that. There you go. Slot seam. Circle's already set up to perfection. With square, I do the same thing. So you're going to hit triangle, square, and then L3 is going to go out to the left. Now square is on an out route. Again, if you hit triangle, square, then R1, you're going to hot route at 10 yards. The play is irrelevant. Those out routes on either side are literal money. If they call man coverage, they cannot stop you. Easy. Every single time. 10 yards without a shadow of a doubt. I could run this play to square or circle for the next 50 times and I guarantee you they would not make a play on me. Do it a couple more times just to show you how effective it is. I'm going to square again, 10 yards. Alabama, I'm going to circle. Yep. Couldn't make a play. Now again, it doesn't really matter what play it is on offense. As long as your 2 receivers on the outside are out route, hot routes, you should have no problem. One thing I like to do with this is the inside slot receiver. I'll put on a slant. You could do this with the tight end as well. It doesn't really matter. It just means if they do happen to cause zone coverage, I can hit it across the middle for an easy 5 yards. Bang. Done. Keep in mind, this team has a 59 overall offense. Again, tight end and slot on a slant route. Easy money every single time. Oh, I still... Ooh. Now, obviously, I like to mix in a lot of things from time to time. You got your toss play. Stretch plays work really well in this game. Same as just straight up down the gut. They work a lot if you got some good blocking. Obviously, it's going to be different for you guys. A lot of it does depend on how you scout and your talent on the team. If you've got trash players, forget about it. You need to recruit efficient and get athletes and players with a lot of speed, a lot of good catching stats, running backs with a lot of speed as well for this offense to be effective. Now on to my favorite play, PA scissors. I always block my running back. I don't like play action in this game. When you verse good schools like Alabama, by the time you play action the ball, you're normally sacked. This play does not work against cover 4, I will tell you that. But for the most part, the tight end is going to get open every single time if it is not cover 4. We can run this time and time again, play action or not, and the tight end is always going to get open. You guys see me run this play a lot with Charleston Tech, and it's pretty much the reason our tight end is one of the best receivers in NCAA. Again, just a few more times with the play action. Again, absolutely butt naked, wide open. Now, those 3 setups for the plays will dominate any Heisman defense. Granted, you make the right play call. My only other real go-to play is the screen pass. All of my games are pretty much just me clicking random plays and making the best of a bad situation. You'll hear me quote interpretation cheese a lot. A lot of people don't know what that means, and I don't blame you. You do need a scrambling quarterback for this to work, or a balanced quarterback. It's pretty much when you call any passing play. So let's just run with spacing for this. Pretty much the same setup as before. You've got slants for bailouts, and you've also got the 2 out routes. When my receiver hits the sideline right here, he's going to freeze for like a second or 2, and then he's going to cut in a random direction. If you've got a fast receiver, that is going to be an absolute bailout, and you're going to be able to make a big play. So I'm going to scramble out. Circle's going to get bored. He's going to cut back. You know, that was a pick. That was a bad example. If I was using a much better team, it'd be a lot easier. But as you can see, look, circle cuts there again. If he's a good receiver, he'll make that catch. That's 20 yards. All of my biggest plays are interpretation route cheese. Again, hits the end of the out route, cuts back in, bang. That is a good example of what interpretation cheese is. And if you like to scramble the ball a lot like me, then it's pretty much your bailout, your go-to bailout. There you go again. Interpretation route cheese. Defense is very similar. I literally only run 3 plays. Cover 3, blitz, and man coverage. That's it. So you can basically choose any play. It really does not matter as long as it's not a goal line formation. Bloody Alabama keeps snapping the ball before I can explain it. But all you gotta do is hit square, and with the right toggle, hit left, and it goes into a cover 3, a stock cover 3. And that is pretty much all I use on defense. That is it. Stock cover 3, just like this. Square and then left on the right toggle. That is it. I mean, look, I'm trying to show you guys, but Alabama's not cooperating. Yep, look at that. Every single time, everybody's locked up. I won't have enough time to show you guys before they snap the ball, but all you got to do is, I like to blitz my flats. You've seen me do it a lot in the Charleston Tech series. And it pretty much gets there every single time again. So again, if we go 2-man middle linebacker spy, just a random play, all we got to do is change it up to a cover 3. You can play whoever you want. If you like playing the linebacker, that's fine. If not, you can pretty much play whatever you want. And apart from that little dump off, which they can have, you're pretty much going to get there. Next play is man coverage. This doesn't need any explanation. This just comes down to how good your user is. That wasn't a user pick, but hey, man coverage seems to work. So with those 6 plays and a little bit of freestyling on the side, you'll pretty much be able to beat any team once you start mastering that. Never just stick to those plays. Don't be a bum like me. If you find a play that works, add it to your arsenal. Start using that play as well. If you also know any money plays, drop them down in the comment section below with your adjustments. I want this video to be like a community thing where we all come together and help each other out. I'll make sure to hide your comments so everybody can see it. And let's jump into this game against Alabama, Heisman difficulty, and we'll drop it down to 5 minutes. For my adjustments, I like to put holding blocks on aggressive and big run on aggressive. They're the only changes I make. On defense, big hits I put on conservative, option defense aggressive, quarterback teen aggressive. So obviously my first reads are the 2 out routes. We're not going to get it, just go underneath. Got him with the juke move. And this random Simon guy just became a legend. Wouldn't have a clue how good our quarterback is, but let's try a little read option play. Good block and slide, 7 yards. Oh yeah, halfback counter. I completely forgot about this play. This play is money as well. If you have good blocking and a good running back, all you want to do is L2 and then left on the toggle again, so you get the blockers out there. Super easy play. If you get shedded, there's nothing you can do about it, but out route cheese, gonna get him right here. Bop. First down. Sneaky out route. The only problem with the out routes is when they do press like this, it makes it really difficult to use them. You can't really use them, you know? So we're just gonna get rid of that one. We're coming out in our cover 3, square and right on the left trigger as always. Gonna blitz the flat on the right because they don't have anybody out there. And yeah, 2-yard rush, easy. Blitzing like this gives you a good amount of coverage. Obviously, when you press as well, that helps. Oh, and they're forced to take the little... They're forced to take the little dump off. I would normally blitz the other flat though, but for this one, not really necessary. Completely shuts down the run, and you still have zone coverage out there. I'm actually going to call a timeout and get back on offense because I'm getting bored of defense. I wonder if we could get him with a stretch play. I doubt it. We're probably going to get shedded. But if this were Charleston Tech, for example, Kevin Turner would have a wide open touchdown. You know, obviously our running back is no Kevin Turner, but sometimes you do have to put catching on conservative. Some games your receivers just don't want to catch the ball, mate, you know? And there's not a whole lot you can really do about it. But again, out route cheese, easy first down. I'll show you how to run the PA scissors. Like that. Every single time, I shit you not, the tight end will most of the time get open. I should have chosen a better team for this. Another play you can do out of this formation though is obviously with the tight end. On the chance they're on cover 4 and it's not open, you can also call it out route on the left, you know, as we've done a million times. Again, look, man coverage, and if the tight end might have been open, but it doesn't really matter. Now, obviously, I'm just spamming the same play over and over again, so it's not going to work all the time. I would normally switch it up a lot here and there, just call random plays out of coach suggestions. But for the most part, you basically know my entire offense. Again, look at the tight end. Look at that play, mate. PA scissors for the 50th time this drive, and we get a big 50-yard play out of it like that. Finish it off with a nice little touchdown, and we've gotten 75 yards on 2 plays exactly the same. But yeah, fellas, that's going to wrap up my entire offense and defense. It is not hard, mate. Whether you're new to the game or you're picking it up again for the second time, or you just want to know some new plays, hopefully I helped you. Be on the lookout down in the description. You'll probably find some other players dropping their tips down there as well. If you made it this far into the video, you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day is awesome, and from me personally, I'm out. Peace.